Hello everyone, this is Lauren back with Bold Notion Quilting. We are going to continue to work on our bunny panel today, this cute little thing made by Stacy Yakula for Quilting Treasures. If you want to get one of the panels and follow along with us, you can go to fabric.com and search Stacy Yakula and it will pop up with this panel. We've already done our pink outer border, okay, and because I don't like to change threads, we're doing all the pink stuff first, and then all the pink on this flower. So now we've got our light gray thread in, and we're going to use that to quilt our bunny. So I would say pick a place to start. For me, it makes sense to start right here on his ear. Oh, that bob and tail was long. All right, and we're just gonna tack it off. So you're gonna do a couple stitches, basically dividing those threads. And now this won't require any marking. This will just require for you to follow the bunny while we do the bunny. So pick a place to start and just echo all of the gray. I could have picked a darker gray, but I liked the way the lighter gray looked. For the hair, I do like to mimic that. I think it's gonna look super cute. I tried to think about what the back of my quilt will look like, and I like the idea of having some little spikes for his hair. I'm gonna pause for a minute and I'm going to cut off these threads that I tacked so that I don't have to worry about hitting them, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and go up here. And all you wanna do is make sure that you have enough space that you can get up into that ear without hitting your bar or anything. I'm actually going to run into that issue. Hold on one second. Alright, I'm going to follow that back down. My frame's being weird. We're going to do some more hair. I'll come back and do his ear in a bit. We're just flicking out, so it's like a little gentle shape out. I want to go ahead and do his face. Now it's up to you if you want to do anything in his face to create any of these curvy lines. I actually have not decided yet if I want to do that. So I'm actually going to tack off my thread. Quite messily, in fact, as I did that. And I'm going to come down and do his little hands. Actually, I'm going to see if my frame will respond. There we go. I'm going to finish that ear. Well, I can. My kids were playing around with the settings on my I have a motorized frame, so it moves with me, so I get an extra 3 inches of quilting space. And they move the plugs around, so I think one's in a weird spot because it's not responding properly. So just be super gentle with how you're responding to his ear. I'm just kind of following some waves, giving him some life. It doesn't have to be rigid or flat. And then I'm just gonna cut off those threads I tacked, and again, I have no idea what I'm going to do with his face yet. I think I'll do something because this area is a little too big for me not to quilt it. Follow those flicks for some added texture. Create a couple for his hands. Follow the face. Couple flicks out for his fur. And we follow the paw. So now that we've done the bunny's body, we're going to go in here and we're going to go ahead and do pebbling throughout the whole thing. You'll notice that my pebbling is going to be, some will be big and some will be small. I like to create variation so that your eye isn't drawn to any particular variation or inclusion or mistake that I might have made. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm going to up my stitches per inch. If you're not familiar with how to do pebbles, okay, because this is not easy for you to see, on my YouTube channel, I've got a video for how to do pebbles. That was almost weird. And it'll walk you through how to follow and do them in different variations that you can do if you're not super comfortable with them yet. And all I'm doing, if you'll notice, is I'm going to do these right up to the edge, and I'm just going to have them kind of layer and fill all these little bumpy spaces right here. You want to just kind of get a good sense for where your needle is. This is a very dense kind of stitch because my pebbles are not super big. So it's really flattening out the inside of my flower. And you'll find that I'm not too worried about getting pebbles in every single little area. It just adds for added texture and stuff. This is a nature type quilt, which is great because you don't have to have anything really perfect when you're doing it. Not that you have to have anything perfect. I mean, the quilt police can come and get you if they want. I have yet to have a bad experience with someone talking about my quilting. I hope I never have one. I mean, just when people are being ugly. It's one thing to have like constructive criticism, but I've seen a lot of people leave some of the bigger quilting Facebook pages because people are just not being nice. Ah ha ha, the bobbin thread happened. Okay, so you get the idea. All you have to do is, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because it's distracting to me right now. All you have to do is go ahead and continue to do the pebbles through here. Alrighty, so I've got that bobbin thread all sorted out and redone. And I've tacked off my thread, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish up my pebbles. And if you see, I'm kind of working from like one area to the other. So I've gone ahead and finished off the pebbling for the top part of the flower. I wanted to give it like a fluffy cotton ball kind of look and feel to it. It already kind of looked like a cotton ball. And now I'm going to show you the design before I switch threads from gray to, I think, yellow, because I'm going to do the sun next. There wasn't originally a yellow in it. And if you're not super confident with your quilting, feel free to just make that sun blue or not do the sun at all and just do the clouds. I really want this quilt along to be whatever you need it to be for you. And I really hope that everyone's panel is kind of unique in their own way, and it will be with everyone's different quilting styles. So I'm using this light gray thread on the dark gray right now to do my design for the little border, and all I'm going to do all the way around is like, let me get my plexiglass. I call it a back and forth. I don't know if there's other names for it. But you've got your border here. Oh, green is a terrible color to use, it's too light. You've got your border here, okay? And we're gonna do, it's like a cursive M and W. If they had a baby, this is what it would look like. It's just back and forth. And that's all I'm gonna do in that border. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna give me some puffy area here, a nice flat area here, and then it's gonna go into a puffy area, just like we did with the bunny and the flower. And I'm lazy, so I don't like to change my threads. It just feels really inconvenient. So unless my thread breaks, I don't like to deal with it. So we're just gonna go back and forth. And you wanna kinda get close to the border. You don't actually have to touch it. And how wide or narrow your back and forth is up to you. Just try to keep it looking pretty consistent. And you're just going to do that all the way around the entire border. Thank you so much for joining me today as we stitched around the bunny and the top part of the flowers for the pebbling. Again, if you need to look at how to do the pebbling, because you couldn't see it very well on this light gray, there is a video on my YouTube channel for how to do pebbles and variations thereof. So your pebbles don't have to look exactly like mine. Feel free to check out my Facebook page for Bold Notion Quilting and like the page and share this video if you can with your friends if they're interested in quilting as well. And then you can subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get all of the videos. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a blessed day.